He evacuated through the emergency exit and even calmly greeted the security guard. But just as he was about to walk out the main door, 2 police officers walked in. However, they had no idea the criminal was right in front of them. Just like that, Arthur tricked everyone again after getting into the car. He ripped off his mask clearly. George's identity could no longer be used, but how to retrieve the gold and jewels hidden in the bank? Arthur had already come up with a perfect plan early the next morning. Angela slowly pulled up in a luxury car and stopped in front of the bank. By this time, she had a completely different face disguised as a wealthy socialite on the surface. She was there to deposit a world-famous painting. She proudly said their vaults were carved out of solid steel, reinforced with metal bars on all sides, and there was also a grid-based alarm system between the outer and inner walls. If anyone touched it, an alarm would sound immediately, and the police could arrive at the scene within 5 minutes after hearing this. Angela deliberately repeated the details. Then, the bank manager took out 2 keys, one for each of them, and only by inserting both keys into the keyholes and turning them at the same time could the vault be opened. But what she didn't know was that what was stored inside wasn't a famous painting, but 2 laser cutters cleverly disguised after completing her part. Angela returned to the apartment because the next step of the operation was up to Arthur. Time passed quietly, and soon it was closing time. The bank doors shut promptly at 5 o'clock, leaving only 2 security guards on duty at 5:10. They activated the alarm system and turned off the lights at 5:20. The laser cutters hidden inside the vault automatically activated the laser beams, sliced through the steel door like invisible blades, and automatically shut off at exactly 5:37:21. This allowed the remaining heat to melt the steel door without triggering the grid alarm system. At that moment, Arthur, like a ghost, entered through the sewer and reached the reservoir. Next to the vault, he took out a specially designed trident drill and smoothly cut through the thick wall. With a little force, he pulled out the heavy stone block behind it was the grid alarm system. But Arthur was prepared. He carefully inserted a special probe through the narrow gaps in the iron mesh and then dripped strong acid onto the vault's anti-theft lock. The acid was incredibly corrosive. Just a few drops quickly melted the lock. He then opened the valve of the reservoir. The vault had a capacity of 700 cubic meters, and with water slowly flowing in it, would take just 2.5 hours to fill it completely. At this point, Arthur had already changed into a diving suit and was quietly waiting for the right moment. The 2 guards were still completely unaware of the danger approaching. As time passed, the water level rose and triggered the grid alarm system following the signal. The guards checked the surveillance and found that the vault might be leaking, so they turned off the alarm system and called the female manager to report the situation since the key to the vault was in her possession. But all of this had already been anticipated by DeBlick. He remotely triggered a button to make a large roadside tree fall and trap the manager on the road. Meanwhile, the water level inside kept rising. The fuse burned out and the surveillance system completely shut down. DeBlick seized the opportunity, put on a diving suit, swam into the vault, found the minister's safe, easily opened the door, and took out the priceless jewels and Patek Philippe watches.